marriage is an ungodly soul tie.
Okay.
Why is that? The body is the temple of the Spirit of God. Are you listening? Adultery is an ungodly soul tie. It's an evil soul tie that causes lust, or that is created by lust. Excuse me. Watch this. Excessive touching. Oh, you didn't know that? You didn't know if you hug too long, you can open the door? You didn't know that? You didn't know if you kiss too much, you can open the door? Are you listening? Watch this. Excessive touching, watch this, opens the door for unclean spirits. Is anybody listening?
Yes.
All sexual ties are also spirits and body ties. Any sexual tie is a spiritual tie, and it's a bodily tie. So y'all need to let that resonate in your spirit. Any sexual tie. Don't get mad. Don't get upset. Bottom line is, if you were not married and you laid down with them, yes, you have a spiritual and a bodily tie now. But now let me before we go any further, let me help you out. Don't compound it by doing what I did. Don't marry because you laid down with them. Right. Because what ends up happening is all you do is compound an already terrible situation. You make it worse by saying, well, you know what? I will marry because I laid down. Every time we participate in sex, any sexual act, or anything with anyone that is sexually driven, every person that they have slept with, you have now slept with. Every person that they have laid with, you are now laying with. Now what's this? Sexual act just does not constitute intercourse. Right. Kissing is a sexual act. Because there's a difference between a holy kiss and a sexual kiss. I don't greet my neighbor with a French kiss. Right. Is anybody with me in here?
Amen.
I greet my neighbor with a kiss on the cheek, a holy kiss. I don't even have to use the French to be sexual when I kiss somebody. Are you listening to me?
That's right.
So not only am I sleeping with everyone that you have slept with, but I am also kissing everything that you have kissed.
Say that.
Are you listening to me?
Say that.
Leave me alone.
Now, rape, molestation, also an ungodly soul tie. But now let me drop this to you. Perverted family ties are ungodly soul ties. Are you going to listen? Perverted family ties. Isaac and Rebekah had perverted family ties. Which is why Jacob and Esau were at odds with one another. Because their family ties were perverted. Is anybody listening to me? It led, once again, to Leah. It led to Diana's rape. Because the family ties were perverted. That's why nobody on blast, nobody we trying to clown, nobody we trying to get caught up or twisted up. That's why I tell you, be careful how you kiss your child. Be careful how you hug your child. Be careful how you stroke your child. Never give the child an impression that he or she is more than what they ought to be. Are you listening to me? They ought to be your child, not your man. They ought to be your child, not your girl. Are you listening to me? So family ties, which are perverted, are ungodly soul ties. Got another one for you. Abusive relationships are ungodly soul ties. What's this? Sexual, abuse, verbal abuse, emotional abuse, physical abuse, psychological manipulation is an abusive relationship. Don't think because he didn't elbow you in the head last night that your relationship is not abusive.
That's right.
Don't think because she did not cuss you out last night that your relationship is not abusive. If they have the ability to psychologically manipulate you, you are in an abusive relationship. If you are psychologically manipulated and you are no longer with the person, you are in an ungodly soul tie. Because the soul coupled with love equals the tie that binds. Are you listening to me? And everybody that you fall in love with is not necessarily a tie that you need to maintain.
Okay. That's good.
Are you listening to me?
Help.
Come on.
I have no doubt, Mother Carter, you had 37 years of covenant relationship. But if I talk to Tina right now about Ike, they were together for 22 years. And none of the relationship was covenant. Are you listening to me? But psychological manipulation, emotional, verbal, sexual, and physical abuse is what kept them together. Are you listening to me? I said it's what kept them together. Because even though it was an ungodly one, it was still a tie. Oh God, I wish y'all get it. Even though the tie was not one that they needed to have, it was still a tie. And baby, I need to tell some of y'all, including myself, even though I don't want his mama, because of him, there is a tie that I do not want, but I got to have. I don't expect nobody to email.
I'm not.
Have you, anybody in here ever experienced some baby mama drama? It's because even though, have you ever loved the children but hated the daddy, the mama? Are y'all listening to me? Have you ever wanted to have you ever had an issue with the child because you loved him so much but he looked like somebody you hated? Let me get to this step.
Take your time.
Damn. Son of Leah, daughter of Leah, and Jacob. She was raped. No, let me tell you something. I need to give y'all this, and I really need y'all to understand. Every last one of us in here, at one time or another, has or will be raped. Can I say it again? Every one of us at one time or another in our life has or will be raped.